What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So we need to talk about CroNodes because I've been holding this position for 7 days now, and I wanted to take you through my spreadsheet and what happened with it and where I stand and what I decided to do, in the past and what I'm doing in the future. So make sure you guys hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this one. Also, if you guys could follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, that would be great. But let's go ahead and dive into this. CroNodes currently is at $17.72 is what it says here. It's down about 10% again today. As you notice from the past, it was at like 37 cent or $37 or $39 at one point, and $40 and $45 at one point. But now, ever since they made this whole announcement that we did see, and I made a video on that, if you want to check that out, feel free to check it out. But basically, the fact that they're changing the rewards on March 11th, they're going to be changing it to zero point 0.8. So they're going to dial that down to zero point 0.8, and then every week it's going to decrease by 0.1 until it gets to a point to where it's at like 0.5, and that's still not even the lowest point. They're saying basically until it's sustainable, but they'll keep it at 0.5 or a half a chronode. And if anything does happen, then they will make a move after that. But you can see here that we're at $17.72. Again, down 10%. The overall circulating supply is around 1 million that is out there, which does give it at least gave it a pretty decent market cap. But now we're not seeing most of this information here. You can see here, as we look at the day, we were hovering around $21 in the last 24 hours, around 21, even up to as high as $22 before decreasing and falling down hard, today. And a lot of things in the market actually fell a little bit over yesterday. So the fact that they're falling today is not really the best sign in the world. It shows that people are panicking. And I understand. I mean, people panic when things change. I did it when I was in Jade Protocol. I panicked out of that, and I'm glad I did because I profited, $150. And I don't know where they're at right now, but I'm sure they're not at where they were when I sold it. And maybe they're somewhere else. I don't know. We'll check it out. But I also panicked out of Time Wonderland because it changed my overall mindset behind it. And now this is something that you really can't panic out of unless you're just taking all of your rewards and you're not putting them back in there. And that's what it seems like people are doing is every time they get rewards, they're just taking all of them and they're not putting it back in there. They're not compounding it. When literally 2 days ago, I was in the live stream and there were a couple of people that were like, I don't know how you're not compounding your CroNodes, because if you compound them, you're going to be able to collect $2,000 or $3,000 a day. Well, you're not going to be collecting $2,000 or $3,000 a day. At this moment, you're collecting $1,700 a day, which is still great. But I don't know how much you paid in order to get to that point, because it was definitely a longer journey in order to make that move. And that's why I never risk more than what I'm willing to lose. Like I don't want to lose $20,000. I don't want to lose $10,000. So I invested 1,400 in the beginning, decided that I was going to put a little bit more into it, $2,000 into it. I didn't put another $2,000. It was a total of 2,100 into it. So I bought actually a little bit less, about 2,000. I put 2,100 just to kind of know that I'm not only breaking even, I can break past the ceiling. But currently, where it stands is at $17 or $18 here. It just went up a little bit. So now it's at $18.47. So you're not gaining as much as you thought. $3,700 versus, $1,800. You're obviously down $2,000 per day, but you're still gaining a decent amount. And I'm not saying that you won't gain that back, because you definitely can have a chance to easily gain that back. It just depends on what CroNodes does and how people react to it. Because right now, again, people are overreacting. If we go into the CroNodes website, we're going to see that 112,000 were created, almost 113,000, 112,500 were created. For nodes, I have 3 nodes that are created where I get my CRN every day, and I do take my CRN every day. That's my plan. It's always been my plan. I can tell you that the second video that I made, I was looking to invest more, but then after I invested that more, I was going to take my CRN as well, because that was always the plan, is to get the initial investment back, not really to compound it as much. I wanted to get up to 10 in the beginning, but I felt as though we were in a period to where you would see a lot of people start to get in it, and you would see a lot of people start to claim right away and just take whatever CRN they can get. And it makes sense. I mean, that's really what you want to do, is get your initial investment back, and then you can figure out any compounding that you want to do after the fact. But some people took the aggressive approach and compounded in the beginning, and now they're actually sitting pretty good by collecting $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a day. And for me, I could tell you that I was hoping to get $100 a day out of this. I didn't expect CroNodes to drop down from $37 all the way down to $18 where it is now. But I'm still gaining a decent amount. I can take you through my spreadsheet on what did happen, because I've been holding it for 7 days now. I haven't been holding all of my CRN or all of my nodes for 7 days. I've only been holding the first two for that long, and then this last one came on, about 4 days ago. So we'll say that I was in CRN for 7 days, and I ended up making that decision to buy more. So let's go into my spreadsheet really quick to show you guys what's happening here. So currently, if you look at the spreadsheet, if you guys want this spreadsheet, the link is in the description. You have to go to my Patreon and you can get that. It's actually, I don't know if it's public. I don't think it's public. It's for the lowest level Patreon. So all you have to do is go there, go to my posts, and you'll get that, and you'll get the Shiba Inu exit strategy, file as well. There's two different posts. You have to search through the posts because the first post is how to connect to Discord. So if you want to be a part of Discord, feel free to be a part of it. But you could see here in the beginning, it was $37 where I was receiving 2 and I was collecting $67 out of it. The total value was $74, but then minus the 10% tax that they do have. Now, currently, we're standing at a level to where they have that tax there. So you get 3 at $57. And basically, the last one that I just took was at $19, which was yesterday. And we're looking at about 51 dollars that I ended up gaining. So total that I have here is $454.82 that I gained back, because it's not a gain on top of it. It's just what I gained back. Now, if I can gain $50 a day for the rest of my life, I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. Now, it's going to take me a while to get back to, my 1,200, which technically, or sorry, 2,100, which technically is only 2,000 because the last time I bought it, it was at a low price. So technically, it's only 2,000, and you can gain a lot more out of it. Now, I hope the price goes up, because if the price goes up, then I can gain a lot more, and I can gain my $100 a day, and that's what I'm looking forward to. But you could see here for these 7 days that I have been holding it, the price fluctuation has been crazy. It went up to 37, went up to 38, 38.18, and then decreased down to 29, 25, 20, 19. I would imagine this is probably going to be 17, then 15. We'll see how all of this plays out, because I'm still collecting mine. That's how my plan has always been. So looking at the amount of rewards that I can receive is 3. With them changing the rewards, we'll see how this does play out. And instead of looking at, I'll factor this into where instead of looking at a 10% tax there, we'll have to do something else and say that we're only getting back a certain amount. And I don't know, they will have a 10% tax on what we're going to receive. So say if we receive 0.8, we still would only get a 10% tax on top of that. So that would be taken out 0.8 of that instead of 1. You know what I mean? So hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, I think we're still going to have that tax on top of it. Or is that something to where we were only receiving 0.9 anyways, and now we'll receive 0.8? And then next time we'll receive 0.7. I don't know if the tax is still implemented. That's something that's not clear to me. And we'll obviously see that on March 11th. But if it is, then that means that we're technically only getting, instead of 0.8, we're getting 0.7. And then when we get 0.5, we're really only getting 0.4. So if they're still having that tax involved in it, or if they're just increasing the tax from 10% to 20%, I'm not 100% sure. That's still not clear to me, but we will figure it out. But right now, I'm still down $1,645. I've gained $454.82. And again, I'm perfectly fine with that. I risk the money and I'm comfortable with losing that money. I would love to be able to gain as much as I can back, if not the full investment, as well as gaining $50 a day for life. That would be amazing. But right now, we're not standing there. A lot of people are panicking, and hopefully we can see these prices increase rapidly, because currently we're at $18.66. We're down about 3%. So we have been increasing a little bit. So that's great to see. But make sure you guys hit that like button. Let me know what you think about CroNodes and where it's going to go. I wouldn't say I'm bullish on it, but I'm definitely optimistic in where this can go and how much I can gain every day. But make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow me over on Twitter at Perry8K, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.